Possible. All right, let's move straight to our next conversation. Let's talk teachers. Teachers are the architects of nations, shaping minds and building futures, one lesson at a time. As the world marks World Teachers' Day, the federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to teachers' welfare and recognition. The government acknowledges the critical role educators play in national development and has pledged to improve working conditions, enhance remuneration and provide better professional development opportunities for teachers across the country. This commitment comes at a time when teachers continue to face challenges ranging from inadequate infrastructure to delayed salaries, making the government's renewed focus on their welfare both timely and necessary for the advancement of Nigeria's educational sector. All right, BKO, yes, the reward for teachers is no longer in heaven, but here on earth. But the point here is that what concrete step do you think the federal government is taking to ensure that the teachers' welfare packages move beyond promises to measurable action?
Yeah, elsewhere, teachers are highly rated in the developed world. Teachers are highly rated. They are much more valued than we value them here. It's become now an all-comers affair. Whereas, in my view, good teachers are made. Anybody can come into the profession, but this is a profession that needs specialized skills.
Sure.
You need the right skills to handle young people, kids. The kind of teachers who excel in mentoring kids, in bringing up kids, and imparting knowledge on kids, on giving the right quality of instruction to kids, are people who are properly trained. So government must be ready to invest in quality training for our teachers. It shouldn't be an all-comers affair. It shouldn't be a job that people take to because they can't find any other job.
Yes.
It's the same problem that we have with the police. Many people who are in the police ought not to be there because some of them are worse than armed robbers. And you see them demonstrating the antics of armed robbers even while they are on the highways. Because they do not enjoy what they are doing. Good teachers enjoy teaching.
It's a passion.
It's a passion. It's something that they are born with. Yes, you can learn a lot of these things. And that's why I'm saying that we must invest not just on their welfare, but on the training so that we can have the right quality of instruction. It's one thing to build the best schools, fantastic infrastructure, but what would that infrastructure amount to without the right quality of instruction for the pupils, for the students? This is an area that government must do much better than it's doing now, because the profession is a noble one and is a very impactful profession. We must show to people that we value teachers, we take their welfare more seriously. The kind of wages that we pay teachers show how wicked we are as a people. And when I say as a people, I'm not talking about government alone. When we talk, people assume that it's government that must do everything. What about the private schools? What kind of what kind of salaries do they pay to teachers? Are teachers happy to work under such environment, unwholesome environment? So that's why I'm saying that the kind of wages we pay teachers show how wicked we are as a people. In the past, teachers, I grew up in a Nigeria where teachers were much more valued than bankers. I'm the son of my two parents are teachers.
Teachers, yes.
Teachers were much more valued than bankers. In the Nigeria that I grew up in, But certainly not today's Nigeria. I never knew bankers to be flamboyant people, rich people. And I used to go to the bank to cash my dad's salary for him. Bankers were never known, they never had flashy cars. It's a recent thing. But teachers sent their children to the best schools. And which schools were the best in that time? The unity schools. Yes, we had only a sprinkling of private schools when I was growing up. In Ilorin, for example, at Trinity Nursery Primary School. These are recent history. But today we don't value teachers, we treat them like sweet wrap on the floor. We treat them like they don't matter. It has to stop. It is not by rhetoric. It's not that, okay, this is the what teachers did. This is the position of government. Promise what you are determined to do. Don't give promises because, oh, on the auspicious occasion of the what teachers did, you needed to give a speech. You needed to issue a statement. You must say things that you are prepared to do for these teachers. Do you know how many teachers were lost to the Boko Haram carnage? Thousands of teachers. Boko Haram killed thousands of teachers. They not only destroy schools, set schools ablaze, they also murder teachers. So look at the sacrifices that teachers make in our country. And I'm saying that going forward, whether at tertiary level or primary level or secondary level, I don't want to hear the argument that, oh, primary schools are for local government. All I want to see is the welfare of workers, teachers prioritized and bring them to the level that we've seen all those countries bring their teachers, because we are all products. We are all products of teachers.
Yes.
He passed through teachers. You pass through teachers. Yes. The president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, passed through teachers. That's why many people see teaching as the most important profession.
Yes,
absolutely.
BKO talked about teachers that were killed in, Boko Haram. Now, for teachers in remote areas, what should be done? BKO also talked about the training and retraining. How do you weigh in here? Most especially for those in the remote areas.
I think the problem is because we don't value education anymore. If you look at our budget and the amount of money allocated to education, we don't allocate enough money to education. But we have seen that countries that became great, countries who invested in education, Singapore, Japan, countries that invested in education, they reap bountifully because knowledge is power. When you produce well-educated citizens, your country will be developed. But problem that we have is that we used to value education before now. We used to value education. Even Chief Obafemi Awolowo, that became an iconic legend, its signature performance was free education in the whole Western region. Before, in this country, teachers used to be very powerful.
Okay.
Parents used to leave their home. So when you misbehave at home, parents will go to school to complain to your teacher. Because they have the power to discipline you, they have the power to mold you to what you will become. But eventually, we didn't value things. We lost our priority when we started putting priorities on mundane things. And then teachers now became people who were neglected. They became poor. They were not properly taken care of. I remember at one time like that, when they started giving teachers bicycle loan, it was a motorcycle loan. It was as if it was a big deal. Or car loan then, But if we really want to develop, we need to invest more in education. The level of education in Nigeria has gotten to a stage that is a setback for us. So apart from retraining teachers, like you said, we must not allow teaching to be a job for those who do not have any other place to go. You understand? Even some people who go to schools to study education, It is not because they are interested in being teachers, but because that is the course they could get.
Okay.
We should not make it look. We should do something about that. Because
the private schools now, they are hiring people without any form of training.
Of course.
They didn't go to
the teachers training
school?
No, they didn't go to teachers training school. People who are hired as cleaners, as maybe clerical staff, you know, are sometimes converted to teachers.
Yes, especially in some primary school. Yes.
Yes, I know somebody who did not come into a school as a teacher. He came in more like a messenger, just helping them to do some of those. And today, she's been converted to a teacher. Teaching in their, what's it called?
Crèche. Baby class?
Nursery? After something like primary 1 or something like that.
Playgroup, basic.
You know what? People need to be trained.
Well, how do we boost their morale? Because I'm talking about reward for outstanding teachers in the federal level, the state level. How do we boost the low morale of teachers?
You talked about, see, how many people want to serve in the rural areas?
Not many.
There was a documentary that I did in Kaduna. You see that in the whole school, just very few teachers. One person doing the job of about 5, 6 persons. You know? We must incentivize teaching in the rural areas. The same way that we must incentivize medical practice in the rural areas. Because a lot of our doctors now, they want to be in the tertiary medical institutions. And those tertiary medical institutions are in the urban centers. They don't want to serve in the rural areas. And that's why you find that ailments that shouldn't kill our people, ailments that are likely preventable, they are the ailments killing our people. So you must have primary health centers in all the political wards in a state. And you must have doctors, not just auxiliary nurses, all of this. You must have resident doctors there so that they can handle some of those cases.
But there should be incentives for them to be able to do that.
Yes. So I'm suggesting that teaching in the rural areas should be incentivized. Medical practice
in the rural
areas, should also be incentivized.
I mean, teachers, they are very, very pivotal. Talk about Sheyani Fowoshe, who go into the Guinness Book of Records.
Yes,
the gathering of teachers.
The largest gathering of teachers. I mean, that's the sort of records that we want to see. Not an apparently diseased mind saying that she wants to sleep with 100 people. And when she heard that she could be arrested, she came and said she was saying a cruise. Cruise, chop your mouth here.
All right, gentlemen. Still talking about teachers. University lecturers are often